like the future. Make it plain.
This is MIP. Get woke.
And not faint.
I promised around the office that if the Yankees won, I would wear my judge's wig. Aaron Judge hit a home run last night, his first postseason home run. So I'm wearing this today. If you want to see what I look like, y'all tweet it so everybody can see it. Facebook.com/makeitplain, Twitter.com/makeitplain, and see me in my judge's wig. How'd I look, Brittany?
No different than any other day. It's a very good look. Yeah.
So if you want to see it,
very big hair.
Big hair. Facebook. If Trump can walk around with his, is it crooked? If Trump can walk around with his hair looking the way it's looking, I think I don't look bad like this.
Trump would look better with that wig on than he does with his wig that he currently wears.
When I wore it to the game, everybody was trying to take pictures with me. Just like when I went in with the face paint on. Okay, so we've got some news. Andrew's reading a story. Andrew gonna stop sending me stories because I'm at the point now. Well, why don't you just tell us what it is? He want to send it to me, and then, but I'm gonna make him do the work. So
let's make it plain with Mark Thompson.
Make it plain. So what's the story, Andrew?
And we're watching this unfold on MSNBC right now because they're very proud of their exclusive. But the headline is Tillerson's fury at Trump required an intervention from Pence. And it actually it's a lot more interesting than I even thought based on that headline. So apparently Secretary of State Rex Tillerson was on the verge of resigning this past summer amid multiple tensions with Trump, especially after his speech to the Boy Scouts of America, which we all remember was a very politicized speech at a non-political event. Rex Tillerson was reportedly not happy about that because he actually once led the Boy Scouts of America, which I didn't even know. Just days earlier, Tillerson had openly disparaged the president, referring to him as a moron after a July 20th meeting at the Pentagon with members of Trump's national security team. That's from 3 officials familiar with that incident.
Tillerson called Trump a moron?
Tillerson called the president of the United States a moron. It's unclear whether that was to his face or whether he was talking about Trump. But at that point, it got to the point where Vice President Mike Pence had to actually talk to Rex Tillerson, set him aside, and talk to him about being respectful of the president in meetings and in public, urging that any disagreements be sorted out privately. And of course, after this advice, the president goes on Twitter and tells Rex that he doesn't have to waste his time with North Korea.
Yeah, but he didn't call him an SOB. Now, you know what that's about? Because Putin sent Rex and told Trump that he was going to be his Secretary of State. Rex doesn't work for the president anyway. That's why he can call him a moron. Because Rex works for Putin. So, Nair to know, we're going to talk about that too. All right, that's the real deal. 866-99 serious. Yeah, that's what's up. Thank you for that, Andrew. Tweet that, please.
You got it.
Tweet it from everybody so everybody can read it. 866-997-4748. I think they still wear powdered wigs in some places, Brittany. Like in Britain. I think they still wear powdered wigs in court? Yeah, I think they do. For a long time, like if you were a lawyer even, you had to do the whole dress up thing.
Well,
and I think they did it.
I don't think they still do.
No, they do. If they did, they just stopped like a few years ago. Literally. I think they still do. That's part of the British court system. And this was really odd. Now look at me in this powder wig, and I'm a black man. In some of the British, they still do. Yeah. In the British colonies, show Brittany. In the British colonies, like Nigeria, oh my God, all these black people with these wigs on. In some places that are former British, in places that are former British colonies and whatnot, they still wear the powder wigs. Because when I had this one on, somebody, people on Facebook who don't know everything, they were like, "Are you in court?" And I'm like, "No, I'm at a game. I'm at a baseball game." But I said I wear it. I'm gonna wear this around the office today. What do you think? 866-99 serious. Facebook.com/makeitplain, YouTube.com/makeitplain. if you want to see us. Let me get a couple of calls. Did you want to? Is there something you wanted to say?
No, but Trump tweeted this morning.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. Yeah, please. What is
18 minutes ago, he wrote, "A great day in Puerto Rico yesterday. While some of the news coverage is fake, capital F, most showed great warmth and friendship." So again, with the proper noun that doesn't belong, and saying that it was like he's acting like he was in Puerto Rico for spring break. Like, this is insane.
Yeah, it is. Toss, did you all see him taking jump shots with paper towels? Oh my God. 866-997 4748. John's in Rochester. John, God bless you. Good morning. Get woke. Get ready for impeachment. Go right ahead.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, man. What's going on?
I can't believe you just brought that up about the paper towels. It's going to really help those folks out.
Yeah.
Down there, clean up the water and so forth, you know?
Like in a hurricane, that's first thing you're looking for is a paper towel.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Who even sent paper towels? Why would you send paper towels as relief?
I got to tell you, that's like an insult. Are you effing kidding me? You got it. Anyway, I wanted to make a comment about the shooting at NRA and so on and so forth. It's just, from an empathic perspective, I think, people need to, in order to get really, really woke about this particular subject, you have to put yourself in these folks' place. I got kids, in the middle, in Southeast Asia, that are teaching over there. I've got, a child here in the country who's a teacher, and they're all out there. I mean, we can't control that. We got grandchildren out there, and anything can happen anytime. So if you've got some kind of bravado, some kind of false bravado about the fact, well, that happened to somebody else, it can happen any day. And people have to remember that in order to get really, really woke about this subject. Because people, I'm telling you, I watched a montage on CNN this morning, and they showed from Clinton to Bush to President Obama to the current, 45.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like year after year after year. And, how long has it been since Orlando? A year and a half. I think Jimmy Kimmel brought up a great point, and I think he's really getting involved because he's a father, and he really understands that we don't have control. When they walk out the door someday, we don't have control over that. You don't know what's going to happen. All these platitudes about prayers and thoughts. Don't get me wrong. I believe that has a place, but it feels like a platitude. People just spit it out now. Thoughts and prayers. That's great. That really is. But get your ass off the couch and do something about it.
Well, listen. As you know, I'm a minister, and it's after a while, it minimizes our calling. It is now cliched, and obviously when people say to me, like there's another call online who says that call isn't, he says he's an atheist. This evangelicalism, I can't even fault anybody for being an atheist. That's what they want to be. But if somebody tells me they became an atheist because of evangelicalism, I can't even fault them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, somebody said to me, well, Mark, I became atheist because every time somebody gets shot, all anybody says is thoughts and prayers. What can I say to them?
I think I saw something. I don't have any problem with Jesus. It's his followers. You know what I mean?
Hey, hello.
Really?
Right.
Really? You got to be kidding. But one more thing. Kimmel made a comment, and it just felt like, oh my God. He said it's like somebody opened up a window to hell. And I got to tell you, I know that somebody. And he's got a 4 and a 5 tattooed on his forehead.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, in fairness, he, I don't know. I think he perpetuates it, and he may even be a result or a beneficiary of it. The NRA
Right,
started
right.
this in the late 60s. But so before law review journals, from the time they were published until the 60s, from the 19th century to the late 60s,
Right.
there was never a law review journal that argued that the Second Amendment guaranteed an individual right to keep and bear arms. In the 60s, the NRA started funding pseudo scholarship to make that argument. So that, and it took 40 years until 2008, between 1968 and 2008, to change the public's mind and to get a Scalia and other conservatives on the court to, for the first time, declare that there's an individual right to keep and bear arms. Now we're gonna get Carl Bogus back. I think we're working on that. I hope, right? To talk about the real history of the Second Amendment. So that's what we got to do. Hey, man, good.
Well, they bastardized the Second Amendment. You know, I mean, the NRA has bastardized the Second. You know, they diluted it and everything else. So yeah. Anyway, you have a good day.
All right, thank you. God bless you too.
Care.
Take care now. 866 99 Serious. Martin's in New Jersey. Martin, God bless you. Good morning. Get woke. Get ready for impeachment.
Yeah, let's impeach him right now. Yeah, you mentioned earlier. Yes, I am an atheist, and just going back to the baseball, you know, I just like to go to a baseball game and not be bombarded with God Bless America and all this false patriotism. Everywhere I go, I have to deal with this. And my father was a preacher, and for the last 30 years of his life, he became an atheist too. He just couldn't believe anything.
Really?
And I understand you're a preacher, and I love you. You have a great show. I'm a scientist. I just don't believe in that kind of stuff. Yeah. Well,
that's interesting. What made your father become an atheist after being a minister?
He doesn't believe it anymore. He says it's too magical thinking. It's too creatures in the sky helping you. My thing is hands that work accomplish more than hands that pray. And we have to go out and do things. We can't say, oh, thoughts and prayers. Every time something like this happens, we have to get these people out who are perpetuating these people to do these horrible things.
Well, I just believe that we pray with our hands and feet.
I hear you. I've got no problem with you. I love you. I just don't believe in what you believe, and that doesn't mean that you're a bad person or I'm a bad person. We just have different.
No, and I'm not trying to convert you. I'm just saying that I agree with you that thoughts and prayers is cliche, but those of us, and see, I think more people who question faith, they question it when faith is interpreted by those who don't pray with their hands and feet. But those of us who do, like when I first came on the air, a lot of people, like on this channel in particular, and this is a predominantly white progressive channel. Let's be honest. And people are like, "Oh, you're a minister," and I said, "But wait a minute now. I'm not what you normally think of in today's context of ministry, and particularly in the context of evangelicalism." And so, in the black church, see, if your father had come and been in a black church, he might not have become an atheist. You know, really. And some folks have been converted here on the air with me, because our religious piece is very, very different, and it is rooted in the reality that God is a God of the oppressed. And so, if you are oppressed and downtrodden, then you are in fact closer to God. And being involved in Jesus would have been on Sirius XM Progress because he was a progressive revolutionary.
Oh, he would have been. I don't believe in him either, but if he had been alive, he'd have been a progressive. He'd have been a liberal. He would have been a socialist, and he would have. He would have been helping the people. But I can't. It's not that I can't believe in a guy because he's not helping anybody, or he's helping the wrong people, or this and that. It just doesn't make sense to me. But that's not the point.
Okay, go ahead.
The point is that we have to do things. We can't rely on a creature in the sky to do this. We have to elect people who will put an end to this. This guy in office right now, I cannot say his name. I cannot put the word president and his name together. He is evil. He is an evil man.
Yeah.
And we have to do something. You guys can't say we're going to pray him away. That's not going to happen. We have to work.
Yeah, you're right. I agree. Hey, man, good to talk to you as always, buddy, okay?
I really do.
Keep in touch. And you always welcome here, okay?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, bless your heart. 866-99 We're going to take a quick break. Rob, I'm going to get to you in a minute, but you're saying that Trump said he's going to forgive Puerto Rico's debt. We'll look that up. Can he? I don't even know. I mean, because he says stuff. Don't even know if he can't. I mean, just be do that. Yankees win. I told everybody at work I was going to wear my Aaron Judge wig. All rise. On to the division series. We'll be back. Top of the hour. Women's Wednesday next with Brittany. We'll put Brittany on video next. Sirius XM Progress. This is MIP. You gonna wear the wig too?
He'll do just what he says.